Hello everybody and welcome to episode 9 of United We Stand with Southend. Today we face Bournemouth in the third round of the FA Cup as we look to do a spot of giant killing. 78 places separate the two sides. For 90 minutes at least, they will be equals on the pitch, hopefully. Now, we've only had one result since we've last been together. That was against York City. Let's take a look at that. And it all started so well against York. Waldron put us in front, but then we lost Tom Lapsley just before half-time. But we had conceded 2 goals already by that point. Josh Walker, though, rescued a point for us. It does mean, though, that Tom Lapsley doesn't make it for today. And why we were drawing with York City, Bournemouth were drawing with Nottingham Forest. But yes, they are 15th in the Premier League. They have moved up a couple of places. They had a good draw with Arsenal, good draw with Wolves, and they beat West Ham at home. So they're going into this probably in better form than we would have liked. But we are still just 3 points off the top of the National League table. So it's not a complete disaster. Although the teams behind us are starting to close in on us. It's going to be an interesting second half of the season in the National League. But we focus fully on the FA Cup today. Can we cause a shock away at the Vitality? Let's take a look at the teams. And Bournemouth, to be fair, have made a few changes for this tie as Trevor starts in goal. Aarons, Zabrani, Sensi, Hill, Christie, Pilling, Mikel Antonio, really? Brooks, Tavernier with Anul leading the line. They have left quite a few players out, including of Allison, Alex Scott, Sinistera, Adams, Smith and Kepa. I was looking forward to meeting Kepa. Never mind. As we start with Colin in goal, Bridge, he's not at right back, ignore that. Crowther, Gubbins, Ralph, Bonn, Miley, Moncur, Coker, Wind, with Noor in the team as well. It's all completely wrong. We'll check it out, the formation we're playing. It's a bit of an interesting one today. So here we go then. A reward for getting through 3 rounds to this point. Southend take on Bournemouth. 4-2-3-1 for Bournemouth. We've gone slightly more defensive. 4-1-2-2-1. Yeah, we'll go with that. Can we cause a shock? Probably not, but we're going to give it a damn good go. We stayed on balanced. We are going to try and go toe-to-toe with Bournemouth and see what we can do. Coker has got the ball. Plays it on to Moncur. I mean, an early goal would be fantastic. We are not televised. That is the only thing that has annoyed me, as Gubbins is on an early yellow card. But I have had a look. Replays are still a thing. So if we do manage to get a draw, as Antonio is going to throw that in, it's a long ball into the box, and Colin claims it easily. If we do manage to get a draw, we will take them back to Roots Hall. Now, I mentioned when we took on Fleetwood, I would talk about replays. I think it's really bad we've got rid of them. And I mean really bad. It's not right. The FA Cup should be left alone. It is the oldest club cup competition in the world. Leave it be. Let it be the magic that it has always been. Yeah, as Brooks breaks into the penalty area. An early chance for Bournemouth and an early goal for Bournemouth. That is definitely not what we needed. Missed the interception. And Bournemouth lead after 4 minutes. Could be a long afternoon for us, couldn't it? Let's be fair. But I had to show you it. I had to show you probably the biggest game we've had so far, if not the biggest we've had. Bournemouth take an early lead. That is cat amongst pigeons of any early hope I had. We've got to look after the ball first and foremost. You can't keep giving it back to a Premier League side. As Christie plays the ball in, looking for Antonio at the far post. He chests it down. Got to try and get it away if we can. Aarons. Ball into the penalty area. Christie with the header. And Colin with an easy save. He is going to be busy this afternoon. I have a funny feeling. Antonio with the throw. They are adopting the long throws, which, fair enough, if they work, they work. We haven't really got anybody that's going to do that. Might be something we have a look at if we get a bit of money and actually get to spend and buy some players. as Ralph has got the ball. Plays it on to Bridge. Left him out on the left-hand side just to maybe confuse them a little bit. I've watched Bournemouth a couple of times, and they impress me, to be fair. They're stuck in games, even though they are 15th in the table. And I do admire their manager in real life. I think he's got a big future. If he plays his cards right, he will be managing a top 6 club fairly soon. I would have thought. Macaulay Bonne gets the header on goal. Travers has to turn it around. There we go. Maybe a set piece is our way in. As Moncur has the corner. Can anybody attack it? Please, somebody attack it. Crowther attacks it, but he heads it over the bar. Unlucky. It's a Bournemouth corner. Just coming up to the 20th minute. Ryan Christie with it. Will he find a teammate? Hopefully not. As Sensi gets his header in, but he puts it over the bar. Plays it on to Zabrani again. Through to Antonio. He's playing out wide. Interesting. I'm surprised they've signed Mikel Antonio. They must be desperate. Brooks inside the penalty area. He's already got one. Will he pick out a teammate? He will. Good block on the line, though, from Crowther. Denied a certain goal. Tell you what I'm going to do. Let's put Miley back where he would be normally. I think that's a better choice. Match them up. Obviously, they've only got the 2 in the middle of the park. If we've got the 3, we might be able to get a grip on the game in the middle. We might. No, Miley. You've got to look after it. Macaulay Bonne is up there all on his own. And Billing picks it up. Plays it on to Antonio. Trying to go round Ralph. Ball into the centre for Brooks. He's put it wide. No, good save. Colin keeping us in it at the moment. Still 25 minutes gone. And it's still only 1-0. You would expect Bournemouth will come on strong in the second half. At the moment, we're just trying to get to half-time, I think, at 1-0 down. And then we'll assess things and see what we need to do. We might well go for it at half-time, you know. What have we got to lose? So keep possession. And then we knock it long. No! Don't knock it long. I'll tell you why they're knocking it long. Don't pass it into space. There's no point. They are controlling the ball. They will control the ball. Wind with the throw. In towards Coker. Wind trying to get it in. Can't. But we do pick it up with Crowther. He plays it on to Ralph. Miley. Plays it on to Moncur. Feed that through. Has a shot from distance. It's blocked, to be fair, from Antonio. Come on. And 1-0 down. We are still very much in this. Yeah, that's a good idea. David Brooks has run the show in the centre of the park. Delighted to see him back playing football, to be fair. Good little player is Brooksy. Had him at Sheffield United all those years ago. Wind has got the throw. We're starting to get into the game a little bit more, aren't we? Maybe that tactical change has helped. Moncur into Noor. Hasn't got time to turn on it, sadly. But we'll get it back. We'll have a shot. Oh, over the bar? Yeah, over the bar. Travers watched it go over. Tell you what, we're having more of the ball than I thought we would, though. 10 minutes before half-time, and we are the better side at the moment. Can we capitalise? That'll be the thing. Wind looking low. Sensi picks it up, and they do manage to get it clear, but they've given it straight back to us. Gubbins. Now, we're not second in the National League for no reason, to be fair. Coker. Will he find a ball through? He'll find Ralph. We'll find Moncur. Loses out. And Christie breaks away. Wind caught forward. Get back into position. Crowther's gone across to try and slow him down. And done a decent job of it, to be fair, as Collins got the ball. He's going to send it long down the field. Looking for Jack Bridge. Can't find him. Brooks picks it up. On the turn. Into a null. Gets the shot away. Deflected. Punch clear. I mean, would have been easier to catch it, right? Surely. Brooks with the ball again. Pulling the strings. Will he find a ball into Christie? He will. And he gets the shot away, and it is behind for a corner. Yeah, it's corner ball. Referee pointed funnily. Didn't point wide. He pointed forward, which really confused me. Christie with the corner. Ball into the area. Headed up and out. Antonio will pick it up. Don't let him score, for goodness sake. Christie again. Antonio plays it across, and Moncur will pick that up. Jack Bridge on the counter. We're going to have to try and spring it if we can. But he's got like 6 people in front of him. Tavernier comes across and makes the challenge. It'll be another long throw. Tell Ollie Coker to mark Ryan Christie. I mean, I'm telling people to mark a lot of people at the moment. Antonio. Ball towards the back stick. Hill's unmarked. Headed towards goal. Colin with a save. Antonio with the throw again. Throws it in towards Christie this time. Antonio picks it up. Comes inside the penalty area. Gets the shot away deflected. And Moncur heads it behind. It's got to go that way, George. And we're clinging on a little bit again. Aaron's on the overlap. Ralph has gone walkies. This ball is played in. Wind has got two at the back post. Christie picks it up. Goes low. It's blocked again. Tell you what, Crowther's done some good defensive work in the first half. Hill. It is a bit like the Alamo at the moment. Billing with the shot. Oh, deflected in. Philip Billing grabs the second goal for Bournemouth. And that does make it more difficult now, doesn't it? It has been coming. We have been trying to stem the tide. And unfortunately, we have fallen to a deflected goal. In front of the Southend travelling support who have come in their numbers. But we are 2-0 down going into the break probably. Ball into the penalty area. We've got to get to half-time at 2. We have to get to half-time at 2. Noah. We might get at half-time at 2-1. There's plenty of players forward in the attack. Bridge. Find a teammate. Don't have a shot. Plays it into Coker. Coker gets the shot away. Puts it wide. Offside flag was up anyway. And that is half-time. Bournemouth lead it by 2-0, but it has not been as dominant a display as you would have expected. We've had 2 shots on target. We are going to make a change at half-time, though. We are going to take Macaulay Bonne off at the break. And Danny Waldron is going to come on because Josh Walker is uninterested. And I'm surprised by that, to be brutally honest. Do we take off Jack Bridge as well? Yes, because that's not really working. So we're going to bring on James Morton. We're going to put Morton there. And we're going to send Coker a little bit further forward. Maybe a 3 together might be a bit more effective. Pressing forward. Yeah, I mean, let's see what we can do, eh? Yeah, been happy with the performance so far. Just got to keep the score down. I think that's the only thing. They've made a couple of changes at half times. Jura is on. I didn't see who the other one was, but Max Aarons is off, and as is Antonio. Here is Jura. Sensi plays it on to Christie. So Christie's moved more in, hasn't he? Okay. Tactical game of chess at the moment between the two managers, it would seem. Ball into the area. Crowther gets it away. Hill with the throw. Into Christie. Maybe Christie just wandered from where he was. Hill again. Into Billing. Christie. That's it. Push them back. Go on, lads. That's it. Interception from Ralph. Breaks down the field. There's a lot more bodies forward. There's 4 in the attack here. If we can play our cards right. No. Oh, ball through. Coker. One back. Ollie Coker in front of the Southend fans. Come on, Ollie. That'll do us. It gives us a foothold in the tie. Bournemouth 2, Southend 1. To be fair, I think we deserve it. But it is a very terrible mistake by Sensi, and Ollie Coker profits. 2-1. Come on. Give me a little bit of hope. And you're going to take it away, aren't you? Aren't you? Ball in towards Noor. Plays it back into Wind. Morton. Into Noor again. Plays it on to Miley. You've got to step onto that. As Anel comes forward. Tavernier coming down the field. Bournemouth players making their way into the box. There are a couple unmarked in the centre. It's a good block at the near post from Crowther. Hill picks it up. Finds Christie. Have we just angered Bournemouth? I think is the thing I'm thinking at the moment. No, because the counter is on again. And Waldron can't hold it up. Come on, just stay in the game at this point. And then we'll think about a substitution to possibly bring on Walker. We might as well go for it, right? Christie with the ball in. Headed away. No, headed down. Tavernier with a shot. Colin with the save. Just about gets it round the post. Went through a sea of bodies. Probably wouldn't have seen it till late. Free kick. The momentum has shifted the other way again, though, sadly. Sensi picks it up. Trying to make up for his error just now. Ball towards the edge of the box. And towards Tavernier. Hey, over the top of the bar. And I mean clean over the top of the bar. Jesus. Right, we're into the final 15 minutes. I say we go for it. What do you think? So we're going to take off Noor. We are going to bring on Josh Walker, despite him not being interested at all in what's going on around him, which is always fascinating. Hit the ball in early. Yeah, might as well do that. And then we'll make a couple of other substitutions if we need to. We've got 2 more subs to make. Oh yeah, because we made 2 at half time, didn't we? Christie with the ball to the edge of the box. Tavernier with the shot, another deflection. Behind for a goal kick this time. Put it on positive. I mean, we might as well. It's going to be a narrow defeat, which I didn't expect to happen. I thought Bournemouth would batter us. So fair play to the lads, but we are going to run out of time, I think, to get something from the game. As Ryan Christie has got the corner. Ball into the area, headed towards goal, over the bar. They've been very wasteful, Bournemouth, I will say that. But we have our goal, and that's all that matters. The Southend fans behind that goal will remember that for an awfully long time, as Bournemouth win it by 2-1. It is a narrow win for the Premier League side. As I mentioned, 78 places between the two sides. We have done the National League proud. As for the other FA Cup ties today, they weren't really many shocks around. It went as you expected it to do. Although Sheffield United did beat Brentford. Championship versus Premier League. Going down the list, there aren't that many more, to be brutally honest. Middlesbrough and Nottingham Forest drawing. Again, Premier League and Championship. And Cardiff City down the bottom, beating Wolves away from home. And whilst we were flying the flag for the National League in the FA Cup, Wilston have drawn with Sutton United 0-0, which is a fantastic result for us. Fyle do go above us. They beat Dagenham and Redbridge by 2-1. And there is a little bit of movement below us, which means the teams below us have started to close in. Woking have got 2 games in hand. Gateshead have got 3 games in hand on some people. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting second half of the season. So we've just mentioned them drawing with Sutton United. Next time around we'll come back to play Wilston in a top of the table clash. Maybe not by the time we get there, but we'll see what happens. So we'll take on Barnet, we'll take on Workington, Braintree, Fyle and Ebbsfleet before we come back at the start of February for that game with Wilston. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you've enjoyed it, please leave a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.